or so, but then it's going to cool off again. One of two Fullerton police officers charged in the Kelly Thomas beating case remains behind bars in Orange County. Officer Manuel Ramos is charged with second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter. Bail for him, $1 million. He's set to be arraigned next week, and that's when there will also be a bail hearing for him. Corporal Jay Cincinnelli, the second officer, is out on $25,000 bail. He's charged with only involuntary manslaughter as well as excessive use of force. Now, the question here is, how hard is it going to be to convict a police officer of crimes like this? Joining us now are two legal experts, or exports. We'll see how they do. Mark Haushalter and Anthony Falangetti. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Great, thanks.
All right. Thank you guys both for being here. So the question is, as I just posed it rhetorically, you know, you'll tell me, but I'm going to ask you in the form of a question. You know, this just doesn't happen very much. Is this DA really going to be able to get a conviction here?
Well, it shocks me, and I bet it shocks Anthony, that Rackauckas is actually moving forward against police officers, because he's usually been a rubber stamp for Orange County law enforcement. What I think is more shocking, though, is the fact that the other officers were not charged, and they're involved in the beating death of Mr. Thomas. However, it seems like Rackauckas is picking and choosing and trying to make both sides happy. I think it's a political compromise on his hand, and I think it's going to be very difficult to get a conviction for second-degree murder. However, I think they're setting it up for invol.
Well, in my opinion,
go ahead, Anthony.
In my opinion, it seems that pretty clear. Orange County jurors love their law enforcement officers. The Orange County community does. They've been well served by them over a long period of time. So I think Tony Rackauckas chose these two particular officers. They're the most extreme, they're the most responsible out of these. These are the people he feels most confident in going after. And I think in his press conference, he really tried to set up with the Orange County public that he has belief and confidence in them, and also reminding them that they normally trust their officers, but this is the particular instance that they need to convict on.
But Anthony, you talk about what Tony Rackauckas was trying to set up. I mean, I've been in this town for, what, I don't know, 22 years, been a reporter for 29 years. I have never seen a district attorney outline a case so dramatically, so graphically, just in a press conference, not even in a courthouse. It seems like Tony Rackauckas doesn't want Orange County residents on his jury. He looked like he was begging for a change of venue.
Well, actually, I think what he was really doing, and let me say this, you're absolutely right. This was a completely out of the ordinary press conference. If you ask me, it sounded like Tony Rackauckas was giving a closing argument in this case, clearly. And I question, one, the wisdom in that, but also, was he really telling all the potential jurors in Orange County his argument in the case and tainting them from the beginning? It does call a question ethically whether he was on solid ground doing that press conference the way he did.
Hey, Mark, what do you think the possibility is? Anthony brought it up that or one of you brought up that the other officers aren't charged. What do you think the possibility is that those other four officers will testify willingly against their fellow officers?
Oh, I think they're definitely going to roll, and especially still with the pending FBI investigation going on. I think these officers will testify against the two that are being charged, and they're going to try to save their own skin. And like I said, it's not shocking that Rackauckas only charged two. I think he's trying to cut the baby in half and try to appease both sides, both law enforcement and the people of Orange County. But again, I do think the other officers will roll on the two that are charged.
All right, very quickly, on a scale of 1 to 10, what chance, again, do you give Tony Rackauckas of getting a conviction on murder for Ramos?
On murder, with knowing the jurors in Orange County and knowing their trust in law enforcement, I think it's going to be a tough case for them to get it, even with the 1 to 10. That's too hard to tell. Maybe I'd say he's got likelihood of conviction 8.
Anthony on it when he was a prosecutor, 10. But I would say, I think I'll go one below him. I'll say 7.
Yeah, you guys are still, that's interesting. You're higher than I thought you'd be. All right. Thank you both, Mark Haushalter and Anthony Falangetti. Appreciate you joining us. Now get back to work.
You're very welcome.
All right.